Welcome to the official preview of Nigeria versus Tanzania in their 2025 Afcon match. Situation whereby the Super Eagles of Nigeria will be battling it out with Tanzania in their first leg of the group stage. Don't forget that Nigeria will also be meeting Uganda. Then you have Uganda, you have Nigeria, then we have Tunisia. These three countries, Nigeria will be facing them in the group stage. But the first match that they will be having is against Tanzania, which will be happening on 23rd December 2025, 6:30 Nigeria time. Then this time around, Nigeria is expected to have a makeup of what they did to their fan base by not qualifying for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. So the fans now are hoping that since they have failed to give them the joy of going for the World Cup, this time around they are expected to do better. And then don't forget that Nigeria played in the finals of the last Afcon, whereby they faced Ivory Coast and then they ended up losing against Ivory Coast. So in this video, we are going to look at the head-to-head meeting of Nigeria and Tanzania, the weakness of Nigeria and also the weakness of Tanzania. Also, players that Nigerian players should be wary of, Tanzanian players that Nigerian players should be wary of, and then they should be also be highly careful of them. So before we proceed, please do well to click the subscription button. I will gladly appreciate it if you just subscribe to this channel and at the same time comment and click the like button. It doesn't cost you anything to just subscribe to this channel. And then those of you that have already subscribed, I so much appreciate. Thank you guys. I'm making a big shout out to you guys for the support. As a beginner, it is not always easy, but this support really matters a lot. We are building a community that is going broader day by day, and then without you supporting me, I don't think that we can go this far. And then I'll continue to give you the latest updates as it has to do with football in Africa, in Europe, in South America, in North America, even in Asia. As it has to do with football, we are always there to give you the best of it. So do well to subscribe to this channel and also drop your decent opinion. And if there is anywhere I feel that I need to improve, you can as well go ahead and do it. So back to business. Nigeria versus Tanzania, their first leg in the group stage, thereby Nigeria will be facing Tanzania. And then this is not just the first time that Nigeria is meeting Tanzania. They've actually met 8 times. Yes, they've actually met 8 times. And then in those 8 times that Nigeria played against Tanzania, Nigeria succeeded in winning them 5 times and they drew against them 3 times. So Tanzania have not really recorded any win against Nigeria. They have not really recorded any win against Nigeria all the way from 1983, even in the last 2019 Afcon that Nigeria played against them. They haven't really recorded any win. So Nigeria is in a better side. So looking at it generally, in terms of playing Afcon, Nigeria have actually been in 20 Afcon tournaments, after which they came back with a gold medal, with a medal in 16 times. In 16 times out of 20, they came back with medals in 16 of those tournaments. 8 out of them were bronze. Then we have 5 as silver. Then we have 3 as gold. That's to say that Nigeria has actually been doing well. And then in this tournament, they are actually the favorites to win it. Understand? They remain the favorite, and then Tanzania is the underdog. So the expectation is that Nigeria should win Tanzania with ease, comfortably, with ease, because they have actually put their fans through a lot. And then the good thing here is that the players too are already eager to give back the joy to the fans. Yes, they have seen that they didn't do well by not qualifying for the Afcon with the massive support that came from the fans, and then this time around they are ready to make it up. That is the good thing, and then that is the motivation and also the hope that something good will be coming out of this tournament. Imagine going for up to 20 Afcons and coming back with a medal in 16, out of which 3 were gold, 5 were silver, and then 8 were bronze. Nigeria actually have a good history as it has to do with Afcon, and then let's just hope that this time around something better will happen. Reaching to the final stage in the last one that they played is something good, you understand? And then it is expected that they should win it this time around. Yes, the Super Eagles of Nigeria need to do the much they can to win it this time around. Then the fan wants it that way. So all the best to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. So having said that now, then we just need to look at some of the key players of Tanzania that Nigeria need to be wary about. First one, we have Ali Samantha Mbwena. This is the captain of the team, and he has also played for Aston Villa. He's the most experienced among all the Tanzania players. And then not forget that Tanzanian players, many of them plays at home. They play in Tanzania league. Many of them, just few of them that are playing abroad. Then it happened that this one, Ali Samantha, being their captain, has played for Aston Villa and also the most experienced of them all. Then after which we have Novatus Desmas, who is a defensive midfielder and also can play as a left back. So this one, he's a kind of utility player. He can play as a defensive midfielder and also as a left back. And then if you are seeing him in the midfield, Nigerian midfielders should be ready because he's very, very physical. They should get ready for the physical battle that he's going to give them. And if he plays at the left wing, Nigeria too should also be careful because he has good runs that can actually lead to them scoring a goal. Then after him, we have Simon Nsuva, who plays as a winger, and he's the second highest goal scorer in Tanzania history. He loves taking on players, and defenders need to be careful about him. That is Simon Nsuva. He's also a good player. Then after him, we have Fesar Saloon, who is a midfielder with creativity and has the responsibility of making good link up with the attackers. So these people are their key players, and then Nigeria need to be looking out for them. Like, they should be careful with these players. And again, I know that many of you will be wondering, how did Tanzania actually qualify for this tournament, based on the fact that they have not been doing well. Their performance in other matches is not all that cool, and still they were able to make it into the Afcon of 2025. So that might be what is in the thought of many of you now. So during the qualification stage, Tanzania actually had weaker teams that they played against, like Ethiopia, like DR Congo, and also Guinea. And then in their match against Guinea, they succeeded in winning Guinea twice, like in their home and also in the home of Guinea. So they won Guinea twice. Against DR Congo, they drew once against DR Congo, and then DR Congo won them in the other one. Then against Ethiopia, they were able to draw Ethiopia, and then Ethiopia lost against them. So that was their performance. So before this very AFCON, it's not like they faced a strong nation before they could qualify. It was actually Ethiopia, Guinea, and then DR Congo. DR Congo is the only strong team there compared to the other ones that are there. And also, we are looking at the weakness of both sides. The weakness of Nigeria and then also the weakness of Tanzania. Then, starting with that of Tanzania, we have here that they do not have strong defenders. They don't have good defenders, like experienced defenders. You know that many of their defenders plays in their domestic league. That is the League of Tanzania. That's where they play. And then they are not exposed into facing big strikers like Dessa, like Victor Osimhen, like Lookman, and the rest of them. So the experience is not always there. And then you can't compare when you defend against a world-class striker and then when you defend against a domestic striker. So their defense is not all that good. It is not all that strong. And then it might be very easy for the attackers of Super Eagles of Nigeria to cross over them. So the defense of Tanzania is highly fragile. Then after that, they cannot control the midfield. Like, there is no fluidity in the midfield. And poor creativity as well. Most times, they find it difficult to create a link between the midfield and the attack. So that's another challenge that they are having. And also, their inexperience in Afcon. Yes, like I said already, they have not won it before. So the motivation to do well might not really be there. These people, they barely qualify from the group stage. So most of the time, they are normally knocked out from group stage. Like, they are normally knocked out from group stage. And then, like I said already, these people have only been to the Afcon just 3 times. Since Afcon started, they have just qualified for 3 times only. That's to tell you that they are too bad in this thing. They're looking at that of Nigeria. Nigeria, in the pages of newspaper, they have a good squad, but sometimes you see them underperforming in the field. Sometimes they will not do well in the field. They cannot play beyond expectation in the field. So that's the issue. But their names, the names of the players will be sounding big, maybe on social media, on TV station, and pages of newspaper. But when the real action is needed, you see that there is no much difference between the home-based players and then the international or the abroad players. But all the same, I still feel that Nigeria has a better squad. So the weakness of Nigeria, that if they succeed in correcting it, not just against Tanzania, but in the other matches that they will be playing, it will go a long way in helping the team. You see their defense and making mistakes. They need to correct it. It actually cost them a lot during the qualification stage of 2026 World Cup. And it was so unfortunate that due to some mistakes and errors that came from the defense, especially Ekong, couldn't make Nigeria to qualify for the next FIFA World Cup. And also errors that do come from Sterling Mabali. I don't really know what the issue of Sterling Mabali is. When he newly came in, he was doing well, he was doing fantastically well. We were all proud of him. But at some point, our trust on him started reducing because he's exposing himself more to mistakes and errors that are very costly. Mistakes and errors that can lead to goals. So this is another worry. And then these people, Sterling Mabali need to be highly careful. He needs to be highly careful. If Nigeria is to do well in this tournament, he's there to help Nigeria achieve their goal. Because sometimes you see that the goalkeeper on his own can give points, can provide 3 points, 4 points for the team due to the saves that he's making. But a situation whereby you couldn't make a save, let's say a dangerous save, you didn't make a dangerous save, do not make mistakes or errors that can lead to you conceding a goal. That's just that. So if Sterling Mabali can put himself together, and also the defense of Nigeria can put themselves together, so that there will not be errors coming from them, I'll see them doing well in this tournament. Looking at the midfield of Nigeria, the midfield is okay. The attack of Nigeria is also okay. The only thing I need from them is that they should be more clinical. Once they're able to convert their chances, then it is a done deal for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Once they're able to convert their chances, it then becomes a done deal. All the same, we wish the Super Eagles from Nigeria the best as they march into the first leg of 2025 Afcon. So thanks for watching. Please do well to subscribe to this channel, and at the same time, air your decent opinion and like this video. Thanks for watching.